Hello everybody, I just wanted to show you my latest creation, this very large pink and quartz castle. Go ahead and do a flyover so you can get an idea of what it looks like. There is a purpose to each room and they're fully furnished. So I thought I'd show you around, and then if you like it, I'll show you how you can download it for free and put it in your world. So first of all, the mountain is included because I believe castles belong on a mountain. And there are a few add-ons that are available for this for free. So let's go ahead and take a look. And this is the throne room. As you can see, it is quite impressive, and that's the idea. The king and queen want to impress dignitaries so that people will want to trade with them rather than, make war with them. So let's take a look. We have this add-on, this Boken wallpaper, and this light, which is a pink light, because we didn't have a pink light in Minecraft, and I was going to do a lot of pink in here. I didn't want to fight it. And here is how it looks from the king's side, king or queen. Now, first of all, we need a banquet hall, right? So here is the banquet hall. You can see it's pretty large. Stairs are just upside down stairs and some trapdoors. Again, all these, you don't have to download these. I just like them, but they're all available for free. Got a fire going, some stacked wood. That fire sounds weird. Okay, and we have a kitchen. This is a fantasy castle, so we have a modern kitchen, complete with microwave, coffee maker, sink, stove, and some bottles. And it is fully stocked with the food. Okay, so all these are stocked. And storage, right? And of course, here's the walk-in. And you have your produce. You can hear the iron golems at work are back there. And some wine racks and some produce. Again, free. And here is your bathroom for the staff. Again, everything that's new in here, you can just download it. And I use really good antivirus software. So trust me, you're fine. And let's see, the next room, there's a lot of rooms in here. Okay, the next room is kind of interesting. Here is the public restroom. And they have private stalls. So I was thinking of an interesting way to make a hidden room. So let's see if you can find the hidden room, where the hidden room is. Right here. I made a new block with no collision. So no redstone, you can just download that block. And boom, you have a hidden room. There is a slight difference, but you have to really look to find it. And then of course we have the king. He needs a place where he can recover and or hide. So It also has weapons and armor, just in case he has to defend himself. And a bathroom for him. But yeah, I thought that this was an idea because nobody would know it, right? And I have it also on the throne. So let's take a look at the throne. So you suddenly get attacked, right? You're going to hide behind the throne, and then you're going to pop down here. And this is something for you to work on, because I literally ran out of room. So, but again, you can download this quartz block with no collision, and you've got another secret room. I just did the quartz and the cherry wood. So if you want me to make more, let me know and I will. Let's see what else. Oh, we have the armory. And again, this is more about design than practicality. This is to impress dignitaries, show them that we are fully stocked, and it's better to trade with us than to fight with us, right? And then of course you've got your storage and your iron golems, and they're working hard. Okay, and let's go ahead and we're going to go behind here, and this is a waiting area for people who are going to put in a request for the king, which can take a while. And then of course, right off the throne is your war room, right? Which includes your, what is this? The Ender something or other. And your map, and again, it's just a war room for your people to defend the kingdom, right? This door is open to the outside. Go ahead and show you real quick what their backyard is like. Includes some beacons. And yeah, kind of your royal backyard. There's a lot of rooms. Let's see, and then of course a ballroom. Again, everything in this level is made to impress dignitaries. We want them to trade with us, not fight with us. So we got some benches, some really nice decor, a new wallpaper. So the floor is lit and the ceiling is impressive. We got lots of drinks and some flowers. So this is to get people to entertain. Okay, and that is the lower level. Now let's do the upper level. And this one is fun. I think that you'll like this one. Here's the chapel, and it includes an organ, and you could probably put in a jukebox there, but I didn't. And again, lighted flooring, and you know, your lecterns there, just to make, you know, a little place that Preacher can go to. But this is the one that up here is one of my favorites. And I was touring it. Let's see. What is it? It's a library. It's a very nice library. And there's some study areas. And also, if you want to get a villager as a librarian, here's some beds so they can stay in here all the time. Okay, and there's one other little thing, and this is your clue, is this book right here. So you're going to grab that book, and there's an empty slot right here. So you put it in, nothing happens. But then you take this one out, and there is a hidden door. Okay, and to close it, of course, you're going to click that. And what's down here? The treasure room. So you got netherite, gold, diamond, and emerald. And these chests are fully stocked. As well as there's just these little bits around. Which I just thought that was really fun. And I had to do a secret entrance in the library. It's just a rule, right? And then to open it up, you click that lever. Now to close it, you're going to put this book in right there and then take this book out. Boom. There it is. So that's always going to be hidden. Okay, and I had a lot of fun doing this. As you could tell, I kind of went down some rabbit holes. And that's the upper living area. So we're going to first do the other side of this room. And of course, where did they get all of this quartz, right? Okay. There is a nether portal. This is it. I had fun making this. I also made a lighted mushroom, so you can put that also in your forest and have little nature light along with your glowberries. And of course, the glowing squid, why not? Because they're just so cool. And of course, here's your nether portal. And there's some fence gates to keep the piglins from coming in, but step on this pressure plate, they open up automatically. And over here, you can see these doors really mix. There is a storeroom with all the stuff you could and would need to use in the nether. And these guys need to be freed and unwaxed. So just take an axe and free them up. It took me a while to finish this place. So yeah, I just thought this was really fun to do. I figured, you know what, let's just take the room. This is Minecraft. We don't have to be, bogged down by limited space. That's the whole point. And then of course the soldiers and generals and king, they need a place to celebrate their trips to the nether. So this is a place where they could sit around the fire, drink some beer, and tell their stories and laugh, right? Okay, and what's nice about this, if I can get out, what's nice about this, go through here, you don't even see those doors. So that's nice. So anyways, you come up here, and this is the upper level. And this is the more utility part of the castle. This is where people live. And again, we'll start here. And you have these market stalls, the greenhouse. I'll show you them in a minute. And this building here, that's your tradesmen. But first I want to show you the king's quarters. So he is in the center, he or she, And of course, he always has guards, and he first walks up to the royal guards level. And this is their kitchen. It is always fully stocked, right? They've got lots of produce, lots of food, cooking some split pea soup. They've got some meat in here. Everything's arched nicely. And I came up with this design with this white base, end rod, and the cherry leaves. I just think it looks really nice, so I'm going to use it as as basically the street lamp for this area. It's going to be the theme. And we've got a table for them to sit and eat. And here are the barracks for the Royal Guard. Let's take a look. We've got a little private spot for each soldier. That should be flipped up. And of course we see the flags right here. That's the kingdom's flag. And we see all their armor with the dragon head and the sword in the dragon head. So to be royal guard, you need to kill the dragon. So that's what these guys have done. And this is their royal armor. And each one is displayed. And there's 4 barracks right here. They are well stocked with their beer. And each one of these is pretty much the same. Yeah. It's the same design. And you have 4 of them. But I don't know. I think that they need to take care of the king and queen. So here are the royal guards always posted in front of the royal house. And there is a nice balcony here so they can see in the courtyard what is happening. And here is the entrance to the royal house. And it goes directly into the bedroom. There's a reason for that. So I'll show you in a second. But here's his bedroom with some reading, some reading windows. I'm not sure why that's there. And a very impressive design for the ceiling. Kind of got into that. And again, any of these you can download for free or not. It'll just be a question and you can just destroy it. And here is his living area. So you've got your seats and your fire and your staircase that goes up, which to this vaulted ceiling. Let me go ahead and show you this ceiling. So you got the vaulted ceiling, and it basically just holds books up here. And it has a very nice chandelier. And here is a balcony, right? And here you can see who's coming in. So if a dignitary comes, you can kind of spy. He or she can kind of spy and see who's coming in. So it's very practical. Gotta know what's going on, right? Okay, and to get out of here. Oh, and there is also a bathroom in here. Again, download these little mirrors. They don't work, In other words, you're not going to see yourself in them, but they look cool, I think. And your bathroom, shower, toilet. Okay, and if I can get out of here, you have to go through the Royal Guards. So he or she sleeps very well at night. Okay, and so you see these market stalls. So this area is open to the public, and each one has a trade, right? And what I did is I put little apartments in the back. So you can get a villager, put them here, and each one of these guys get a little apartment with a bed. You got some storage and little food, little dining area, and their job is right here, right? And they can choose whichever apartment they've got. There's, I think, 9 to choose from, 1 for each stall. So again, they're all pretty much decorated the same way, you know? But they all have their own little spot. So each villager would be, you know, if you found a bunch of shepherds, and then they have these gates to keep them in. So let me see if I can get out. So this guy's selling beds. This one's art. Carpet. So all these are shepherds, right? Wool. Then of course your fishmonger, and of course your farmers, and honey, beekeeper, your dyes, which is related to your flowers. So they work together a lot. And then your archer. And there are more. But yeah, you can literally put villagers in there and have them as your you know, your people of your town. And then of course there is a aviary. Yes. And this person has a lot of wool because we like parrots. And so they get a very nice room, right? With their own coffee maker. And little living room area. Okay, let's take a look at this building. What is this building? Well, first of all, it was mostly to cover up the ceiling of the cathedral. But then I put some stuff on top. So, climbing up here. And these, you know, what if you're a citizen of this kingdom and you need a service? So this is the weaver, right? This is where you can get your fabric. This is where they cut it. These are the looms, right? A lot of pink and white in this kingdom, right? And this is the only one that doesn't have a bed. So I don't know how that would work, but you can either add a bed or something. And this one is an enchanted. Again, you need something enchanted, you come to the castle, you can get it enchanted. And this one is your blacksmith, if I can work this. And then of course you've got your lava, your furnaces, your water, and this one does have a bed if they can climb the glowberries. We can climb the cloveberries. I'm not sure villagers can. But if not, you can replace that and put in a ladder. And this one is your basic crafting room. Right? And they also have, a bed. Okay, so you can get, so basically that's all this is it's very practical. It's for trade. The idea is that the castle is here for the citizens as well. I mean, the king has his apartment and they have the guard, but the idea is that these services are available for the citizens. And to protect the king, he has his own, produce, right? So this is a very nice greenhouse. And we have some food in here. And I thought this was an interesting way to do sugarcane. If you grow coral right next to it, they're very symbiotic. So they get along very well to each other. And here is his greenhouse. And there's one other thing. I need two other things. Okay, let me show you this one. Again, what happens when the general public comes around? They're often very dirty. So, made a bathhouse. I kind of did it in the medieval style. So again, there's the place, but I did where the water's being heated up by the fire and the water is flowing into the bath. I thought this was pretty cool. I saw a rendering of it and I went, that's so cool. I have to do that. And then of course there's towels and candles, on the shelves and the lighting, the flowers. And I did use this marble. Again, it's an add-on. You can easily replace it if you don't like it, but I think it's pretty. And one more thing I have to show you. And it is down here. So, what other part of a fantasy kingdom, what other person in a fantasy kingdom do we need? We need the wizard. Or the potion maker, right? So, here's his brewing stand. And all of the things he needs to, make his brews. And all these books are enchanted. And of course, there's your pot, always going, infinite water source. Your nether wart. These are empty right here, so you can use those as necessary. And these are the pre-done potions. So I don't know how many you have of those, but yeah, you can see there. I don't know where did it go? So, and then up here is his enchanting area. Which, again, that's why they're so rich, is they have all this amethyst in the kingdom. And then, of course, the crafting and the storage, right? He always has to be crafting. And then up here is his humble abode, right? With his bathroom. and the kitchen and the dining area. Oops. And bedroom. And this is one of the lookout towers. So if there is a battle, he is prepared with all these splash potions, which he can open these up and just start tossing them onto the enemy, right? So, yeah, he is prepared for battle. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you about this. Let me head down here. People notice that he tends to disappear at dinner. This is how. Right, there's a hidden door from the banquet hall. So all of a sudden, something happens, and he just kind of like disappears. Where, if I could get through it, oh my goodness. Boom, he's gone. I did have fun making this. It is 6 full structure blocks, so that's 64 spaces. 64 by 64, and then 125 blocks high. This thing is big. So I will show you how you can download it and put it in your world. And that way you can make it your own. I'd like to see what you do with it. Okay? So, but yeah, or put it on a flat world and just look around and see if you want to build one that's similar. For the next part, I'm going to just show you how to download this pink castle. First of all, you're going to want to start with the add-ons. These are for Bedrock, and they're really easy to install. And you don't have to, download them. You'll get a block that has a question mark. But for the build, at least get maybe this one and this one, because this light is used a lot. And here are the secret door blocks if you wanted to download those. To show you how to do it, I just went ahead and I installed one, and I haven't tested it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and download it just to show you how to install it. And here's my temporary picture. Just click the download button, and this button, this arrow right here, that grabs both files. And you can close that out, and then you're going to go to your downloads file. You can see I have a bunch of stuff here, but here's what I just downloaded, this pink amethyst block. Yeah, I actually have it here too. And let me close this out. I want to make sure Minecraft is closed. And then I'm just going to double click on the block that I'm installing. And Minecraft will automatically open up, and here it says import started. Okay, so it successfully imported it. Then we will have one more step. First of all, if you want to get rid of it after you import it, just click on settings and go to storage, and then resource packs and behavior packs. But first we'll do resource packs, and then look for it, and you can delete it. You just click on here, and there should be a little trash can. There you go, and you can get rid of it that way. So it's pretty safe, and it's a very small file. So I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to add it to this world. Later I'll add it to my realm, but this time I'm going to add it to this world. For one thing, I need to test it. So let me see, it was called, what was it called? Pink amethyst block. Okay, so now I have a few things in here. Oh, wait a minute. Available. That's active. I need to go under available. Here it is. Nope, that's amethyst slab. Pink amethyst block. Usually like down at the bottom. There it is. And then I'm going to click activate and just hit that. Got it. And then hit play. And we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I'm in my flat world. I just made this to show you how to download it and stuff. So I'm going to press E and go under all, and then just drag all the way down. And it should be around here somewhere. There it is. Pink amethyst block. And I, oops. Press the right button. Yeah, there it is. Huh. Should be making the amethyst sound, but okay. It's not bad. Anyways, that's how you download. And so basically, if you want to add these mods that go with, go back to home. So if you download these mods, everything will be included. And I did do them separately, which is a pain, but once it's in, and then you won't have to redo it. Okay, but yeah, I always seem to add one or two with each build, and I tend to reuse the ones I like. I don't use everything. Now for the download, because this is so big, it's gonna take it. To download the castle is going to be in 6 parts, and you just click that download button and click download right there, and you can see it downloaded. So, and here's all my stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and then there's an extra that I just downloaded. So I'm going to go back into my world. I can get rid of that. And I just need one structure block. Let me get rid of these to start this. So to get a structure block, press T or open your chat and hit /give and then @s structure _block, and there's a structure block, and you're gonna go, so this will be in the front left. So if you want it in another direction, I'll show you how to change it, but let's go ahead and change it, because right now this will be in the front left and it would show up right here. But we can also change it. I'll show you how to change it. So I'm gonna just click on the structure block and hit load and import, and then we want the Pink Castle. Pink Castle 1, there you go. And here's the spot. It's 125 blocks high and 64 by 64. It is very large, so I'm not going to do the animation. But if you wanted to rotate it, you can rotate it right here. So, and then I just click back out of that, and there it is. Right? There's the first part. I'm going to go, you just go to straight ahead. Straight ahead, it'll be right here. The mountain is included. And hit load, import number 2. There it is. And then load. And some water might be coming down on this one because of the big old tank. Don't worry about it. Just do it again. Oh, hit the right button, Paula. And the last of this side, load, import number 3, load, there it is, we can get rid of those. We'll have to do a bit of landscaping around it. Sun's going down. Okay, and then it's a straight line over here. So this is number 4. Right click, yeah. And load, import 4. And hit load. And straight down this tunnel. It's all lit up, don't worry. And right click, load, import 5. So these are labeled. See, this is labeled 5, so it's easy to keep track of what you're grabbing. Just got to give it a second because it's a really big file. And back out of that. And the last one down here. Right click, load, import. And we're 6. There it is. Open and load. All right. Now that is the beacon. That's what that line is. And then we can destroy these structure blocks. And you'll have to, you just cover that up. But basically, there is your giant castle. And, you know, so you can either download it or put it in like another flat world and just take a look at it, you know, and see what you like about it, what you don't, change what you don't. Go ahead and take a quick look inside. Yeah. But see, all these lights are that add-on. So it'll be dark in here if you don't. And it includes the barriers and the invisible light box. And this Boken wallpaper, I think it's called. And let's see if this works. Yep, that works. So the idea is you could put down another room down here, and if you wanted, and then yeah. So have fun, and you know, give me some ideas, and if you want me to make some more of those invisible, I don't know what you would call these. You give me some ideas of what you would call this false door, basically, this false wall. If you want me to make some more, I did one in cherry and I did one in quartz. You know, let me know in the comments. Go ahead and put it in the comments and say, yeah, make one in, I don't know, oak. I don't know. Yeah, because it's not hard, or do it yourself, you know, if you know how to do it. But anyways, I had fun doing this. I hope you like it, and let me know what you think, and maybe we'll be able to make some changes to this. All right, well, you have a good one.